Hello everybody, and welcome to my first video about my car build. This is my 1998 Acura Integra RS with a B18B1 engine. Nothing special, not the Type R or the GSR engine, but I have had this car since I was 16. I will not get rid of it. I refuse to. My mother's told me to plenty of times, but it's just not going to happen. I love this thing. Even if it is an auto tragic, we're going to take care of that here in a little bit. But small story on this car, or backstory on this car is, had it since I was 16, did all the normal teenage stuff, took off the muffler, put that cheap AutoZone air filter on it, changed some colored tubing, all that fun stuff. But I really didn't dive much into it, nor did I have the money to do everything I wanted to it. Even though Hondas are still cheap, I was a broke boy growing up, as a lot of us are, and didn't want to put thousands of dollars into my car. But now we are, hopefully going to do that, doing everything that I once wanted to do. Basically, the issues with it leaked a bunch of oil, which you're going to see right here. I thought it was the oil pan gasket, so I've replaced that 2 or 3 times, but still leaking oil right there. Later on I realized that it was from like either from the crankshaft seal or an oil pump or something there with the harmonic balancer, whatever the hell that pulley's called. But later on realized it was that. Not only that, the car kept dying on me. I would be on the freeway and it would just shut off, and I would have to pull over, wait a few minutes, start back up, and then it would get me to where I needed to go most of the time. And this issue, I think, was caused by torn axle boot, along with my inner tie rod for the rack and pinion. The boot was just leaking grease everywhere, which you'll see later in the video. But it just gunked up the alternator completely. There was grease and grime, and it was just disgusting. So I don't think that it was working and charging the battery efficiently, so the car was shut off. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas, but that's my guess as to what it was. But let's take a second and hear what she sounds like. Let's see what she sounds like. Oh, all the rice. Yes. So I do have a lot of plans for this car. Ever since I was a teenager, I mean, cool guys have manual cars. This is an auto tragic. It's going to be a manual. I am going to be converting it from an automatic to a manual. While I'm doing that, figure I might as well do some engine work, upgrade any parts that that might help in the future, and just do your standard restoration, cleanup, and work. So here you can see I kind of tore into it a little bit. This is after I took the axle out. You can just see there's just grease thrown everywhere in this wheel well. It was so gross, all over the suspension components, the brakes. I don't even know how my brakes were functioning with all that grease on it. But it was bad. Even this axle, when I pulled it out of the half shaft, it just came. I mean, the boot's missing completely, and it just came right out. So I cannot believe I was driving on that. But yeah, this is just the intro to the start of my build, explaining a few things and introducing you guys to good old fried rice is what we're going to call her. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.